Running is more than just a passion for Jalen Knutson. It's in her blood. The Mount Mercy sophomore competed for the first time at the NAIA Cross Country National Championships back in November. Now she's trying to build off of that experience going into the track season this spring.
My sister was a thrower, my cousin was a mid-distance, and my dad used to run cross country. He was a big wrestler, but he used to run cross country, and my aunt was a track. I would just say we're kind of a track family. I grew up going to watch my sister throw, my cousin run. It was really fun, but it was also really scary because it was a huge meet. There was people everywhere, and I didn't know. I kind of got freaked out about 24 hours out because it was big and scary, and it's I came from a small school and didn't know if I was good enough to compete with everyone.
Knutson grew up in Melcher, Dallas, Iowa, which is about 45 minutes southeast of Des Moines. It's a town of about 1,200 people. Her graduating class was just 26 people, and the school didn't even have cross country until she was in 8th grade. And you could say that Jalen is responsible for bringing the program to her school.
I did track my 7th grade year because that's the first year we could do it, and I loved to run, so I knew about cross country, but we didn't have a team at my school, but schools around me had teams, so my mom's if you want to, we'll drive you to other places if you need to go somewhere else to run, share. So I went to the principal and the superintendent, because we're so small that the superintendent and principal are the same person. And I was hey, so how can I get into cross country? And he was if you get enough signatures, we could probably start one here. So I went out, I got 15 signatures, and I was so excited. I talked to my health teacher about it, and she's I'd coach. And she was a national qualifier for Loris. And I went to him with all that, and then the next year we had a team, and I was the only one on it.
You were the only one on that team?
Yeah, and we only had 4 meets because it was kind of last minute thing, so me and my coach just traveled around in our little car to our 4 meets.
Knutson made it to the state cross country meet all 4 years and also went to state every year in track and field, minus the COVID year. When she first arrived at Mount Mercy, she was recovering from a torn hip labrum and finished 23rd in the conference championship. This summer, she was 100% and made a huge leap with her miles and finished 5th overall in the conference championship, which qualified her for nationals.
It's kind of a small one, but it's still there, and I didn't go get surgery, so it's still there. So it was mainly about keeping me healthy, getting my hips strong enough, and just allowing me to run all the races. That was main focus on freshman year. And then summer before sophomore year, it was, okay, we're in a good position, I'm strong, I'm healthy, now let's build up this mileage, let's work on the things I need to work on, and let's go for it.
Knutson has been on some big stages at the state and national meets. While she comes from a small town that didn't even have cross country until she did something about it, she's learned that no stage is too big for her.
Confidence. I kind of struggle with confidence in myself, and I going to nationals, it's I'm there. I belong here. This is what I love, and I can be that kind of athlete. And it's just knowing that in myself, because I have a lot of outside reassurance being hey, you belong here, but internally I'm do I? But kind of after that I was oh duh, yeah. I was I made it, I belong here just as much as the next person.